It's been 2 fucking months! No, 3. 3 months. 3 months since the last one. Why are we doing this again? I thought the last one was supposed to be the last one. No. This is like the drama with me and Devin. It's just not stopping. Because someone, aka the antagonist of this situation, is not shutting the fuck up. What's a YouTuber's one and all? Minus 1987. We got ourselves another Carlos bullshit video to do. Written by yours truly, the Fire Brothers. We also had stuff from Brushed Ranger, but I didn't react to that one, actually, sadly. They also had a live stream last night that I fell asleep on, so that was fun. But, once again, this is from the Fire Brothers. It is, the name isn't quite out yet, but it's, TFPGR creator suing critics. Transformers fan scene in danger? Yeah, oh, I own this film. No, you fucking don't. The drama returns in 3, 2, 1.
Somehow Gavage's revenge returns.
What the f-
Hey guys,
Nah.
here it's just
Nah.
my brother couldn't be here today because he got captured by Shockwave in his well-alternate mode.
Bruh.
Just kind of my birthday jokes I like that wasn't very topical. Also, I actually pretty like Will Shockwave. Kind of sucks it wasn't a Spinosaurus, but it is what it is.
It should have been me.
Please, these are the jokes. But you know what's not a joke? That's right. Transformers Gavage's Revenge. It's somehow returned and coincidentally so did Orbital Bacon about the same time.
Oh no.
Look, I'm not
Oh no.
there, just saying it's kind of funny that both Carlos and the racist one came back at the same time. But oh boy, I haven't talked about Gavage's Revenge in a long, long time. I do have that Gavage's Revenge
25 minutes. What the fuck?
sometime in the future after the 100k sub special, which will be coming out probably around next month, in all honesty. And my last Gavage's Revenge...
I'm reacting to that. I'm reacting to that for sure.
See Luna controversy because Carlos went out of his way to take down Luna's live stream when he reacted to the movie. Now, in response to that...
Wait, that's Carlos?
Gavage's Revenge. Don't worry, I'll make it public by the end of this video again for you guys to see because I have a bunch of stuff to say about the current developments that have happened. Now, you guys probably saw it.
Wait, he's making it public again? Yes! Let's go!
It's not hyperbole, but Carlos is looking to sue people that have critiques about his movie. Now, that's kind of dumb for a couple of reasons. First of all, because it's, free speech. You're trying to copyright that. Like, critiquing a movie and saying you don't like it, it's not that bad, in all honesty. And there's also some other things involving, like, the people he worked on. Apparently, there's, like, some breach of contracts and stuff like that. Some people sign an NDA and they're leaking stuff, and he doesn't want that, which you could say that's probably a bit more justifiable. And look, I don't hate Carlos like a lot of people do. It's like I said on my Gavage's Revenge video, which, by the way, you can check out if you're a patron or a channel member. But I don't think Carlos is malicious or a bad guy like people are making him out to be. Who's ignorant about the way the internet works and, the social stigma around certain things. But I don't think he's malicious or racist. That would be Orbital Bacon. But look, let's start from the beginning. So very recently, Prime Animations did a Q&A, 1-hour Q&A, where he basically talked about his upcoming movie, Dinobots Unleashed. And yes, for those of you guys who don't know, Gavage's Revenge is getting
I don't fucking care about the sequel.
Of the year 2030, when it eventually releases. In that live stream, he talked about a couple of things that I found very interesting. First off, there's people going out there leaking the scripts for Dinobots Unleashed and the third part about his Transformers Prime trilogy that he's making. And look, I'll be completely honest, that is...
Spoiler alert, he's doing an endgame thing. He's doing an endgame thing. There, that's a leak. Fuck you. Fuck you, Carlos.
Legal action about, people that are doing that kind of stuff. Now, legally speaking, if he does do that, I guess he does have a case and he could do it. I guess if you sign something, always read carefully and always really consider before actually signing anything. Because, trust me, that's very sketchy legal ground I don't think you want anything to do with. And second of all, he's also looking to pursue legal action against Bruce Ranger, who's another small-time fellow Transformers YouTuber. You guys should probably check him out. Very recently, he released a video telling his side of the story and basically combating some of the slander that Carlos has thrown this way.
Dude.
Allegedly. Again, I'm not really taking
Next week is the exposure stream.
Opinion. I feel like this whole thing is kind of blown out of proportion.
I feel like he's gonna have to make another video after the exposure.
Everyone kind of, saw it. Most people decided it wasn't that good. Jokes were made, memes were made, entire video essays were made, and everyone kind of just moved on from that. And that was pretty much about it. End of story. Everyone moved on. But no, my man Carlos is bringing up the controversy yet again in his latest Q&A. Now, to be fair, this against the people that are leaking stuff, and also I should probably add that I know the whole plot of Dinobots Unleashed and the upcoming, third part of his Transformers Prime series, because when I was doing my Garbage Revenge 1 hour long critique, a bunch of people from the production came to me and basically told me a bunch of stuff that was going to happen in the later films, and after mixing and contrasting with some of the stuff that Overdo Bacon said and a bunch of other people also said, I'm inclined to believe that they were telling the truth, and I pretty much know everything that's going to happen in it. And ever since then, I haven't leaked a single thing, because frankly, A, I kind of don't really care. B, it's kind of a dick move. And C, well, there is no C, but I just...
Nah, I'll pay you. I will pay you to know the full thing. I don't give a fuck.
However, Carlos has recently gone out of his way to, start to...
By the way, the endgame thing is a joke. For legal reasons, it's a fucking joke. If you haven't got it by now, the reason I keep saying endgame is because it's not even happening.
And also, I need to throw
it's a joke. Get the fuck over it.
And stuff like that. Don't ever use the copyright system unless it's extremely justified.
Oh yeah. This shit.
We call it the nuclear option. Even if you're on the right, you abusing that, it's seen as such a shitty thing that it's best to avoid that entirely. Okay. I only used the copyright function once, and it was against...
I love that gumball clip.
I literally just reposted a bunch of my videos, like without commentary, without transformative content, literally just play the whole thing and it didn't even change a single thing. But anyways, as I was saying, Carlos has recently gone after Luna, taking down his live stream before YouTube, decided that, hey, you can't really do this, and then they
actually, Luna pulled a rather good move where he actually tricked Carlos into thinking that was the real YouTube, but really, that was just him impersonating YouTube.
It's because, hey, if Carlos is doing this to Bruce Ranger, smaller YouTubers, then what's stopping him from, going after, let's say, someone like me by making this video, or some of the other many YouTubers that also made videos on Garbage Revenge?
Or someone like me!
Threatening legal action is very, very stupid in my opinion, because he does not Transformers Prime. So him claiming that he owns this, he owns these characters, he owns this brand, it's beyond stupid, and that could probably get Hasbro's legal team to actually take a look. Now, look, Hasbro has actually been pretty lenient when it comes to fan films, okay? They're kind of like Sega in that matter, in which, the fans have free reign to make their own stop-motion films, animations, 3D movies, and Hasbro really doesn't care as long as you're not monetizing it, making money out of it.
Like Crossfire was.
Why we have this is because we live under the good graces of Hasbro at the moment. Say what you want about them, but they haven't gone out of the way to do something like that. However, the moment people start, making a fuss about Transformers, about owning the franchise and owning this and owning the name and owning the IP like Carlos is doing, that could probably get Hasbro to take a look at the fan seat and maybe start putting their foot down when it comes to fan-made projects. So stuff like The Darkness Within, Cybertron.
Okay, I don't think stop motion will be touched. I think the fan projects that are animated will be hurt.
Nintendo was once kind of cool with fan-made games and stuff like that, and over the years as things went on and the fan scene kind of started growing a bit more, Nintendo then kind of did that face turn, and they started taking down fan films, fan creations, fan works. Rest in peace, Pokemon Uranium, you'll never be forgotten. So the possibility of Hasbro, on a dime, just seeing this and taking it as evidence that, hey, okay, look, we can't just let people do whatever they want with our IP. We need to start, cracking down some of these things, some of these creators. This could unironically do irreparable harm to the community. So I really do hope, if Carlos is watching this video, that he doesn't do this. Now, in his latest video, he did point the finger at a bunch of like his old co-workers, people that used to work under him,
And you need to let it the
Black
fuck
Crown
go.
Productions, which is a YouTuber that worked in Gavatar's Revenge, and now he's making his own Transformers fan film too. In which I talked to the guy, he seemed legit. He told me a bunch of stories. I also talked to Carlos a long time ago. Their stories kind of seem to match, so these two do know each other. And Carlos
So about the slaver, oh my god.
some of the Gavatar Revenge assets and basically, reselling them, repurposing them, that kind of stuff, and breaking contract. And I kind of want to bring attention to this little comment chain that is in the live stream's Q&A. This is from Sake, a guy who has a close relationship with Black Crown and a bunch of others and is pretty aware of the situation. So I want to read what it says and then give you my thoughts.
Ben has gone out a couple of times. He's breached his contract, Ben, from Black Crown Productions. And I have an understanding that he's using our models to create his own series on his own webpage, which is, again, it's a breach. You cannot use the models that somebody else worked on for your own benefit.
You worked on those models. Okay, Black Crown worked on his models. They were never yours to begin with.
And so, you poke the bear, and now it's time that the bear wakes up and
No, it's time for the bear to burn in fucking hell. Fuck you, Carlos.
That could be leaking information is Brush Ranger. Apparently, Brush Ranger. These two guys started a little hate group chat on me.
Oh, I've heard of this part from the Brush Rangers video.
Right? Instead of going out there and being productive and doing something worthwhile.
Oh, so you're calling them lazy when you're sitting on your ass for 10 fucking years.
Drama Queen Brush Ranger with his lying videos that he's done, which is also being looked at for...
Yeah, no, fuck your Blu-ray, fuck you, Carlos, fuck you.
I'm just tired of this crap,
If you're tired of crap,
leave me alone.
leave us the fuck alone!
You guys want to mess with me? Okay. Well, when you start to lie about people, and you start to cause issues, whether it be financial or brand impact, now
You don't own a brand, go fuck yourself.
So Sake says, I've been watching and cooperating with Crown during all of this. He did not break contract and has not used your models. You threatened legal action without providing evidence of any further breaches. We have not spoken about you in months. Leave us alone. Edit. Deleting my responses is not the play either. It makes you look worse. Stop threatening legal action and get over it. By the way, before I continue, yes, Carlos has been deleting comments, which is always very scummy and very fishy when they do that.
Yeah, I think he even deleted my comment that I made recently.
By the way, he is deleting comments because yesterday, during my live stream of Transformers Aftermath, a Brush Ranger showed up and basically told us about the whole situation, and at the end of the stream, we kind of talked about it a bit. And to test the waters, I dropped a comment in this comment chain, which was literally just me posting 3 dots, and Lord and behold, today, that comment is deleted. So, yeah, Carlos is definitely deleting comments.
I think my comment's
So
deleted as well.
something as insignificant as this, then what's stopping him from deleting more incriminating evidence? Seriously, guys, there's a tip for everyone. If you're innocent and you're absolutely in the right and you have nothing to hide, don't delete. Hey, Sake, again, you're going to defend your lying friend again? I guess your apology is half-assed. I already provided the screenshot showing the breach of confidentiality, and he also had a video of our TFP Grimlock model. You guys are the ones that started a group Discord talking about my projects 7 months after leaving. Who's the one who isn't leaving who alone? And by the way, Bruce Ranger talked about this in his own video. They really didn't. It was just another Discord that was completely unrelated that just happened to be talking about Gavatar's Revenge. To make a long story short, Sake then responds with a valid argument about you harassing us. Leave me and my friends alone. Again? Who's harassing who? Am I on your channel or
Yeah,
his?
fuck you, Carlos.
Crying for over half a year now. I'm not sure what you're even doing here. I didn't mention you even though I could. I know you're in that Discord as well, and I have enough evidence/screenshots to show your breaches. But since Ben's here in the States, it's easy to hold him accountable. I strongly recommend removing yourself from this since you already apologized, unless you like to re-enter this issue. And I asked my counsel to broaden his examination of the breaches. So again, even more evidence that Carlos is looking for legal action, which again, like I said, he does do this. Even if, if it's against his own people, that will still look really bad. Now, you're just insulting my intelligence. I'll forward the emails I sent to Ben with screenshots so you can see if I'm lying or not. And then you have to, once again, eat your own words because you're either in denial or keep believing lies. You think what I'm saying is fabricated.
You are.
And let's see who's fabricating what. Logic to tell you I'm not the one known for lying here, am I?
Wrong. Wrong.
2016, when he put up the GoFundMe, I believe it was, raised up to $14,000, which is a huge achievement. But unfortunately for Prime Animations, he has it on the GoFundMe that he would be paying 16% of the funds towards the artist and just general talent on the project. Now, in this video, he states that 100% went to hardware and software.
A video of me saying that I paid animators. At no point was anyone paid, and at no point, like I showed in my Backlash video, did I pocket that money. Over 100% of the funds were used for equipment.
You're a
and software,
fucking
as was
scumbag, and I
shown
fucking hate
in
you,
that prior
Carlos.
video.
So this goes back to my point when I say none of the animators got paid, none of the artists who talked to me got paid, and the voice actors were volunteer work as well from what I remember. So my point being, where did the money go? Because this graph obviously isn't true anymore, and he just keeps making new graphs and saying where the money's going, and he keeps...
I said the breaches you had on me, don't pivot. You can forward as many emails as you want. I've seen them already, I've done my own research and found everything I possibly can and came to this conclusion. Stop. I'm not insulting you, I'm doing this for the protection of me and my friends, let it be done with. So then, if you've seen the evidence, how the fudge do you sit here and say there were no breaches? There were no breaches. You want to protect your friends and then you're talking to the wrong person. Tell your friends to cut the crap and stop. Don't go for the person that is being violated, go to the violators. If you want to leave comments attempting to resolve the situation, then I'm fine. I'm not sure what your end goal is other than feel superior to people who want nothing to do with you. And honestly, Saki does make a good point here because Carlos has a history of wanting to make himself look better among others. Remember when Gaba's Revenge came out and the comment section was available and there was the one kid that said this doesn't look very good, and then Carlos responded with like, oh, but it still looks better than your crap. Your stuff
Yeah.
shit. And the kid was 8 years old. Like, Saki's not lying here. Carlos does have an ego, he does have a history of doing.
He has so much of an ego that he had to delete the entire comment section from the video.
Admitted to deleting comments. Dude, I'm trying so hard to give him the benefit of the doubt, but he does stupid shit like this. You defended Ben.
There is no benefit of
and ended
doubt
up
now.
looking stupid. I didn't plaster it on social media because I'm not the type of person to go. I have to respect for what you did. You put yourself into the issue when I didn't even mention your name. And you once again defending Ben by saying you guys didn't breach
YouTube is social media, you fucking prick.
one or the other. Again, don't come to me crying because he was warned and he kept going. What you should have done is when you saw him posting images talking about plot details as a good friend, you should told Ben, hey man, that's not cool and it's not professional. Delete what you just posted, but you didn't do that. And now that I have my dogs lining up, frick, and you know I have them, now you want to act like victims and say, please stop harassing us. Should have thought about the consequences to your own professional actions.
Consequences will never be the same. You lying bunch of pricks!
I never breached my contract and Bruce Ranger never leaked any information. You're making sense. If we can't come to a peaceful agreement that keeps a long dead trauma dead, then I'm not entertaining this conversation. I'm sorry about the information I gave to Bruce Ranger being wrong, and I'm sorry we can't see eye to eye. I wish you all the best, Carlos. Can say I didn't try. Now, to be fair, Saka's being very respectful here, but also, if they really did leak stuff of a Garbage Revenge, and trust me, a lot of people came forward in my Garbage Revenge, video breakdown and basically told me the whole plot, so I pretty much know everything. Then yeah, I can admit, that's kind of shitty, but like taking legal action for that, and keep in mind that he's taking action against the people that went out of the way to say Garbage Revenge isn't even that good. Blackcrown especially has been one of the most outspoken people that work in the production, say, yeah, I mean, we tried our best, it wasn't really good, it is what it is. That'd be one thing. But the fact that he also wants to get Bruce Ranger involved, and then he went after Luna, and look, I don't hate Luna. I think he's kind of cringe. I will admit that. But Luna in this case is innocent. He really didn't do anything wrong, and Carlos still went for him. And now he's going for Bruce Ranger and threatening legal action. And I'll be completely honest, I think the only reason why he's going for Bruce Ranger is because he's a small YouTuber. He has less than 3,000 subscribers in comparison to Prime Animation's much larger sub count. And I think he sees him as an easy target, and probably saw Luna that way too. And maybe that's also the reason why he hasn't gone after me just yet. However, that's about to change.
That's alright. I want people to get me.
I'm gonna make
What
my
the
Garbage Revenge live stream public again, and if Carlos takes down that, then there's gonna be war. I'm actively putting myself in the front line to take down Carlos. He does decide to do that. And second of all, I want you guys to spread the word. Like, look, don't harass Carlos, in all honesty. What I think Carlos should do is just let this go. Like, yeah, people didn't like the movie. Yeah, there's people out there who
Thank you.
previously worked with you and
Thank
didn't like the
you.
movie. Okay, yeah, whatever. Move on with your new voice actors, your new cast, and we just work on the Blu-ray, work on Dinosaurs Unleashed, and do your own thing. Because no one was talking about Gabator's Revenge anymore. We talked about it a long time ago. It died down. And it wasn't until recently when he started striking down Luna, threatening legal action, and talking about, the quote-unquote haters on the stream, did the drama reignited. All that Carlos really had to do was just ignore the haters. But no, he couldn't let this go. It's like I said in my 1 hour long critique. Carlos is a boomer who doesn't know how the internet works. I do recommend checking out Bruce Ranger's video for a more detailed analysis on
because there's even more drama
Bruce Ranger
afterwards.
going out of his way to, shut down a bunch of Carlos's claims,
This is so
allegedly. Because again, it's his word against his. But so far, Carlos doesn't have the best track record, so I can't take him at his word either. And it's also very difficult for me to take the side of someone who's trying to take legal action. Look, I'm all for YouTube drama and petty beefs here and there, but legal action is the nuclear option. And if you do that, you're automatically the bad guy. I'm sorry, Carlos. You could be in the right about this. Bruce Ranger could be a completely bad actor, but you threatening legal action against him, someone who didn't work with you, didn't sign a contract with you, and the fact that you went after Luna and now you're doing all of this shady stuff, I'm sorry. Even if you're in the right, morally you're still in the wrong because you're doing all the stuff that and frankly, a lot of people can't support and can't follow.
No.
Even if you were 100% in the right. If Carlos does an illegal action against Bruce Ranger and a bunch of other people that didn't sign a contract with him, I will personally set up a GoFundMe for them, and I'm gonna get that whole community involved into this GoFundMe. When it comes to legal battles and that kind of stuff, that's expensive, okay? So if Carlos does go that way, me and a bunch of other people will set up a GoFundMe to combat this, as to cover any legal expenses on the defendant's side.
Hell
But
yes.
let's be serious for a bit. Realistically, there's nothing Carlos can do, and probably nothing will come out of this. If he does decide to pursue legal action, he's basically shooting himself in the foot. And I'll be completely honest, originally, this video was gonna have a more aggressive ending towards Carlos, but the more I thought about it, the more I'm like, Carlos is a boomer that doesn't know how the internet works. He kind of has this tough guy persona. You can kind of see it in his videos where he's like trying to sound all tough. Like, you guys are messing with me? Okay, well now I'm gonna mess with you. It's like, and honestly, the conclusion I kind of came to is that Carlos has a hard time letting go. And the more I thought about it,
And more like
the
a
more
hard
it started to
time
make sense.
accepting
Think about it.
fucking
If someone says something
criticism.
bad, he can't just let it go. He can't just leave that comment there, let other people have their own opinion. He needs to delete that comment, or he needs to respond with an aggressive comment stating why they're wrong and why he's good. Look, I make YouTube videos. I have so many people that don't like me, that hate me, but that kind of goes to the territory as well. Like, if you grow, any YouTuber, doesn't matter what you do, doesn't matter who you are or what, someone out there will always find a reason to not like you. Maybe they don't like your voice, maybe they don't like the type of person you are, maybe they don't like your political beliefs, that kind of stuff, and that's completely fine. In this world, not everyone's gonna like you, and the best thing anyone can do is just accept that and move on. I personally feel that Carlos has this weird need to always clap back. If someone talks about him badly on Discord, then he needs to make a public video calling those people out. He simply just can't let that go. He needs to respond to that.
Because he's a
His
fucking
pride,
asshole.
His deadly sin is not being able to let go. Carlos, if you're watching this video, you need to let go. Absolutely nothing will be accomplished by calling people out or pursuing legal action. What's done is done, and you should honestly just move on, man. Because you need to view it this way. Carlos is a 50-year-old boomer. Okay, look, I don't even know he's a boomer. I'm just saying it just for funsies, okay? Just to add a bit of comedic
A
element
boomer
to
with a
this.
fucking family
He's
who
an
runs a
older man
quote-unquote
complaining to
family-friendly
younger
channel who doesn't even
people,
fucking
trying to
family-friendly
hero
at all.
point. And I frankly think that Carlos needs to be the bigger man and just walk away. And pursuing legal action might put himself and other people at jeopardy, so I hope he sees reason and is able to just let go. Accept that there's people out there who won't like you, who won't accept your work, who won't like your work, and just move on. However, if he does decide to pursue legal action, then, I guess that would just unify everyone against him and make things worse for him. So
At war against Carlos, hell
don't do
yeah.
that. Just move
Hell
on.
yeah, fuck
Don't
you,
be so
Carlos.
naive.
this is my last time talking about Gabato's Revenge and stuff like that. I just need to talk about this because I just find it so outrageous and outlandish. And look, I don't hate Carlos, and I know I keep saying that, but I don't hate him like someone like Faithlif who donated money to the movie and who clearly really doesn't like Carlos or Gabato's Revenge.
Shut the f*** up!
But that's fine.
The answer is my fucking comment
No matter how many
that I
comments
made
he
yesterday.
censors, no matter how many people he strikes down,
Oh my god!
how much legal action
Fucking
he thinks he can
hypocrite!
get away with. Which,
Yes!
spoilers, he can, at least not without getting Hasbro's attention. And the combined ire of the whole community. So hopefully, this is where it ends. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much
Yes,
it for this
this
video.
better be
Not
where
really
it
expected
fucking
to talk
ends.
about. Honestly, it's kinda weird that somehow Gabato's Revenge returned again. But here we are. But now we're hearing from you guys. Do you guys think that Carlos has a case when it comes to pursuing legal action? Spoilers, I don't think he does. Do you think that if he doesn't pursue legal action, could this probably, put the future Transformers fan project in jeopardy?
Not
Because
stop
I'm not
motion,
saying it could,
but
I'm saying
specifically
there's a
fan
possibility that it
films.
might start, making Hasbro take a second look at all the fan projects that people are making with the Transformers name and brand and be like, okay, you know what? You guys are being a little too rowdy. Maybe we should take this away from you, Because that's always a possibility. I mean, Lego was cool with fan games until they weren't. Nintendo was cool with fan games until they weren't. So the same thing could apply to Hasbro. So that's why I'm saying that when it comes to the fan scene and fan creators, it's always like a slippery slope that you need to dive in very carefully, okay? Because there's always the chance that you could ruin things for everyone else. But hopefully it doesn't
And
come
if
to that.
Carlos
Hopefully
does that,
Carlos is reason.
he needs to
Hopefully.
get
But yeah,
fucked
guys, that's it
big
for this
time.
video. Hopefully you all enjoy.
Sent to
As
fucking
always,
prison.
don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Do that annoying YouTuber stuff. The algorithm.
Once
likes
again,
so
a great
much.
fire video.
And I will see you guys in the next video.
I was actually getting pissed along
Stay
with him.
safe, guys.
I was actually getting pissed along with him. I'm not gonna fucking lie. But yeah, I am probably gonna pay him to get the actual leaks. I won't leak it, obviously, for legal reasons. The endgame thing I keep saying is a fucking joke. Because everyone always jumps to the endgame conclusion. It's not endgame. We all fucking know it's not. But yeah, that's gonna do it. So, thank you all for watching another crazy reaction of this fucking drama that refuses to end. But I guess I could go a little further. Yeah, I guess I could.